Michigan Speedway in the Irish Hills of Brooklyn, Michigan is the location for stop number 16 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as we are set to go racing here for the running of the Miller Lite 400, as we're set for 30 laps of racing and 41 cars all on the racetrack, on the pit road, I should say, lined up, waiting for the command to fire the engines for this event here today. On the pole for this event here today, it's the number 26 Quaker State Buick. It's Quentin Moore with yet another pole position starting spot here. That car's been awesome in qualifying so far this season. He's also a two-time winner this season so far. Starting outside of him will be Joshua Osborne in car 25, the Folger Chevrolet. He's alongside Joshua, yet to win this season. Or actually, no, scratch that. Joshua has won this season, excuse me. That came at Riverside. While Quentin's wins came at North Wilkesboro and the sister track to this, California. Second row sees Jessica Shelton in number 9, the Coors Melling Ford. She won the season at Richmond. She'll be alongside car number 11, Johnny Gardner in the Mountain Dew Buick. Third row will have Cole Deaver in number 3, the GM Goodrich Chevrolet. He won the season over at Rockingham. He's alongside number 4, William Brock in the Kodak Film Oldsmobile. Fourth row will see Levi McIntyre in 17, the Tide Lumina. For this event, he'll be alongside car 52, Seth Cole in the Eureka Vacuum Cleaners Pontiac. Next row down has Charles Sanford in 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. Flanking him outside would be Keith Batson in car 20, Texaco Haviland Ford. Keith won the season over at Bristol. Next row down will be car 14, Kyle Langland in the Copenhagen Oldsmobile. And number 43, King Richard Petty colors of Mike Becker in the STP Pontiac. Next row down has the man who won at Dover this season, Zach Rogers, in the number 33 Skull Bandit Buick. And then alongside of him will be Jesse Turner, number 90, the Red Baron Frozen Pizza Ford. Next row down has car 29, Zachary Fitzwater in the Hardee's Oldsmobile. And number 22, Dylan Potee in the Miller American Buick. Next row down has number 21, Kat Batson in the Peter Later Ford. She won the season over at Martinsville. She'll be alongside number 5. It is Phil Parker in the Levi Garrett Chevrolet. Next row down has Kyle Matthews, who won the season over at Sonoma, the Meliella Pontiac, number 42. And number 2, Dylan Young in the J.D. Stacey Buick. Next row down, the man who surprised them all over at Pocono this season, Jackson Haywood in the Wrangler Jeans Ford, car number 15. He'll be alongside the number 8 Miller American Buick of Matt Haas. He's alongside. Next row down has number 88, Nathan Ormond in the Gatorade Buick. He'll be alongside the Performance Connection Pontiac, car number 50, and Jean Sanford. She won a 600 at Charlotte, and she also won this season at Atlanta. Next row down has Austin Colano in 13, the Carolina Tools Ford. He'll be alongside number 30, Jay Jefferson, the Country Time Pontiac. Next row down has number 47, Nathan Hudson, and number 51, Alex Miller. Then next row down will be number 44, it is Ryan George, and number 94, that is Ryan Brommer. Next row down has number 6, Paul Minnick in the Strolite Ford, and 55, Copenhagen Chevrolet of Henry Sanford. Next row down, Matt McIntyre in the Interstate Barriers Chevrolet, car 18. Matt won the season over at Talladega. He also won the All-Stars at Charlotte this season, too. And alongside of him will be Rob Evans. He won at Darlington this season, the Budweiser Chevrolet, car number 12. Next row down has number 70, Mitchell Collins in the Sons Medford Speed Rebel Furniture Pontiac. And number 83, Emmanuel Hartnett. He drives the Kmart Wins Kmart Oldsmobile, car number 83. Next row down is RJ Bishop in 27, this Kodiak Pontiac. He'll be alongside car number 1, Zach Winkle, the Daytona 500 champion, the Uno Buick. So next row down will be Kev Shear in 71, the Buck Stove Oldsmobile, and number 7 Zurich Antifreeze Ford of Wes McCoy. Starting shotgun field will be car number 75, Daniel Bouchard in the Valvoline Pontiac. So that's your starting lineup for this event here today at Michigan Speedway. As the field lines up here, as we're getting ready for the command to fire the engines, which is coming up actually back right now here. Here comes the command to fire them up here at Michigan.
Drivers, start those engines!
So the command giving the party engines here for this event here. You see the field lining up. We'll be back for the start right after this. Field now rolling through turns 3 and 4 here as we're about to get set for the start of the Miller Lite 400 here. In-car cameras today will be carried by Johnny Gardner, Cole Deaver, and Kyle Matthews. That's the 3 in-car cameras for this event here today. Gardner starts in 4th position, Deaver in 5th, and Matthews from about middle to back of the pack. He's got quite a ways to go to work his way through the field here. As the field comes off corner number 4 here, as the fast racing here today, pulse speed 188 miles an hour. As the green flag flies, we're underway in the Miller Lite 400 at Michigan. This track is wide, much like its sister track at California, where we saw pretty much one of the greatest races this season. But this track is a slight bit narrower than California, so you can still see 3-4 wide sometimes, but you try to go 5 wide on this track, though, you're pretty much in a certain wreck. I think maybe the same thing if you go 4 wide, it'll be a certain wreck too. Quentin Moore had the lead, but Joshua Osborne looks slow to the track here. Number 25, he'll take the lead. Jessica Shelton right there behind in second position. And trying for second position, she's won here before in Michigan. So has Osborne for that fact too, I think. Osborne leads at number 1. Here comes Shelton to the low side. She started pole at Pocono, but got taken out on a first lap crash, believe it or not, for her. And she is still kind of a little bit fuming over that one, I guess you might say. But she is not. But nothing happened to her on the first lap this time, and she is going for it here at Michigan. She goes through the inside of Colt Deaver, takes second position away, and now chases after Osborne for the lead. Low side goes Shelton. She'll go for the lead on Osborne, and she's got Levi McIntyre behind her now, number 17. And dips down, and Jessica Shelton takes the lead here at Michigan. And there she is, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford. Has only 1 victory this season. That came, as we mentioned, at Richmond, Virginia, the 3rd race of the season. She hopes to get her 2nd victory here today. See what the last lap is by the leader here at the start-finish line. Shelton that time by clocked at 190.693 miles per hour, so they are faster on the draft at Michigan. Osborne now dips low, and now the 3 wide between Levi McIntyre, Charles Sanford, and Kyle Langland. Langland at the back off the throttle, coming off the 2nd corner, and now he's got Seth Cole to the low side as they come off turn number 2. Battle for the lead again between Shelton and Osborne. They're back at it again. And now Charles Sanford and Levi McIntyre hooked behind, and it's now 3 of the Hendrick cars, 25, 24, and 17, going for the top spot. Levi McIntyre trying Illumina in this event here, by the way, too, at Michigan. He's the Monte Carlo is running okay, but it's not here, but not quite enough here to try to get the job done. So he's going to stick with Illumina for this season here. Maybe try the Monte Carlo on some of the short tracks, possibly like Michigan, or not Michigan. We're at Michigan today, but on some of the short tracks like North Wilkesboro, Martinsville, possibly Bristol, and maybe Richmond too. As they see him getting freight trained on the outside, as he's got Nathan Orman behind him in the 88 car. And Charles Sanford led that lap here as the yellow flag flies for the first time here today at Michigan Spirit. And it's Cole Deaver, car number 3, that has spun apparently. A little bit of back-end damage to the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. And Deaver was the points leader coming into this event too here, so this is going to hurt him a little bit as Deaver tries in his quest for a 2nd championship. 4 wide into turn number 1 here. Alex Miller went to the low side of both Matthews, George, and Deaver. And Deaver backs the car right into the wall in that 3rd turn. Not much room, as we mentioned, at Michigan as opposed to California, but it looked to me like Matthews kind of shoved Ryan George into Cole Deaver, looked like, and kind of started that crash here. And there you see Cole going very slowly in the third, and Fortune is trying to make his way back on the pit road. So the pace car's lights are off right now as we're getting set for green flag racing here. Cole Deaver has now fallen a lap down in this here, so that's why he's starting alongside Charles Sanford here. So Deaver, the only car now not on the lead lap, and he hopes to get a start ahead of Sanford's car, so that way hopefully he can catch a caution and get back on the lead lap in this race, and maybe not go for the win possibly with that kind of a back end damage to his machine, but still you never know. Charles Sanford leads the race here. Then it's Osborne, Quentin Moore, Seth Cole, Jessica Shelton, then Mike Becker, Jackson Haywood, Zach Rogers, Levi McIntyre, and Nathan Hudson, the top 10 in this event here. Fast lap race so far set by Wes McCoy at 190.992 miles per hour, almost 191 miles per hour around Michigan, and very fast considering they qualified for the pole at 188 miles an hour, set by Quentin Moore. The green flag flies. We're back on the way on lap number 10 here at Michigan. And now in the fourth gear to go, Osborne and Sanford are side by side as they come off the second corner. And now Quentin Moore, he's got the push from Jessica Shelton as they come down the backstretch. Here, Moore looks to the low side in 26 cars. He looks as he goes by Sanford. And look at Jackson Haywood, the 15 car. He's going to try to blow by both Shelton and Sanford as they go to in the start-finish line. 3 wide between those 3 cars. 2 Fords inside of a Chevrolet as they go into turn number 1. And now Jesse Turner now looks low on Nathan Orman and Seth Cole. Well, you know that Jesse Turner has had it with not winning a race this season, and he's looking to vindicate himself on that today. Nathan Orman now dives low on Seth Cole for the lead, and brings William Brock in the 21 car of Cat Batson with him. On board with Kyle Matthews in car 42. Matthews clocked in 20th the last time by as they now look slow on Nathan Orman. It's right there behind the 6 car of Paul Minnick. Ooh, it's close. Matthews trapped on the high side of the racetrack here. Keith Batson now goes around him in 28. And that's what it's like to ride in a pack of cars at Michigan at over 190 miles per hour. 196 miles an hour into turn number 1 goes Kyle Matthews. And down up to about 182 miles an hour off turn number 2. There's the roof cam from his machine, 194 miles an hour in the third turn. Still up on the high side of the racetrack here as they come off the fourth corner, 184, 85, 187 miles an hour off turn number 4. So they're getting a draft off of the Paul Minnick car. Last lap by for Kyle Matthews, 187.427 miles an hour. And up to 197 miles an hour into turn number 1. And down about 174 in the middle of 1 and 2. So this track here in Michigan, obviously very, very fast. 3 wide there between Jay Jefferson, Emmanuel Hardin, and R.J. Bishop. And now he's gonna zip by those 2, and of course also try to zip by both Kev Shear and Kyle Matthews as they come off the 4th turn. Jefferson, another one who's had it with not winning a race this season. He should have been a 2-time winner this season. He had Darlington look like all but one, then lap car cost him in the final lap against Rob Evans. And then the ultimate heartbreak in the 600 at Charlotte, he had that one under caution and ran out of gas as he missed the entrance to pit road. coming to the checkered flag, thinking he could still make it to the checkered flag, but alas, the car ran out of gas, wouldn't start, and car wouldn't fire up, and Gene Sanford snuck past him for the win in that race. I should mention Gene Sanford because Jefferson's about ready to pass Gene Sanford right now. Jefferson that time by clocked in 31st position. Joshua Osborne also has slid back. And now look at this gaggle of cars right here. It sounds like Jeff Gordon here. But this is a gaggle of cars on the backstretch here as Ryan George now is moved his way up through the field. He's up in the top 10 right now. He's got Jackson Haywood. He's got Mike Becker and Zach Rogers all right there behind. Johnny Gardner's on his mix. He's right there behind Jessica Shelton, the number 9. And now from Johnny Gardner's machine in car number 11. Gardner will be running the Pepsi Challenger scheme the next race on the tour at the Pepsi 400. Only for that one race, so and he'll be back to the Mountain Dew cars the next race after that at New Hampshire. Here he comes in the turn number 3 here. Eric Gardner trying to draft Shelton on by here. Shelton now dives to the low side of the track here. And now she'll dive underneath Dylan Poteet as Gardner tries to get by Levi McIntyre in 17. 3 wide racing here, 2 rows deep now here at Michigan. Gardner has the back out of throttle, so is Charles Sanford in 24. And we're already closing up on 10 laps remaining here. This will be the completion of lap number 18. So we'll have 12 to go this time by. And now McIntyre says, out of the way, Shelton. I want to go for the lead. And who's leading the race, you ask right now? It is the number 5 car. Phil Parker is the one leading the race here at Michigan Speedway. Phil Parker's had kind of a so-so season so far up to this point, though, but he ups the... And, oh, we got problems, apparently. Oh, my gosh, Henry Sanford is flipped. Nathan Hudson's involved. William Brock's involved. And that's going to bring out caution number 2. Unfortunately for Cole Deaver, he's not ahead of the leader, unfortunately for him. And battle for the lead here as they come to the yellow flag between Phil Parker and Dylan Young, and it's going to be Parker. Yep, Young looks to the low side, but yeah, Parker does win the race back to the start-finish line. Oh my God, they are 4 wide into turn number 1. Oh, back it down, guys, back it down. And Dylan Poteet, he came down on Johnny Gardner and about turned himself around here. Oh my goodness. They made it third though, but I thought it was going to have a spin out right here apparently in the turn number 1. Well, I don't have to tell you though, Henry Sanford got the worst of that whole deal. Take a look again as to what happened here going into turn number 1. Henry Sanford's on the outside. Nathan Hudson and William Brock and Mitchell Collins, they were 4 wide in turn number 1. We mentioned 4 wide is a certain wreck at Michigan. Well, this is a classic example why. And oh my God, Hudson was also upside down too. Oh my goodness! And and Sanford was flipped on top of the 4 car of William Brock. Oh my goodness! A bad crash in turn number 1 by Henry Sanford in the 55 car as he was running in 22nd position when that happened. Brock was running 24th and Hudson was 23rd, so they were 3 wide between those cars. We're back in live action right now. Hudson's still sitting on pit road, as is Henry Sanford, as the crews hope to get their cars repaired, I should say, as is the 4 car of William Brock. So, and there you get a good look at Emmanuel Hartnett, number 83 in the Quinn's Kmart Oldsmobile. He runs 37th at the moment. And that has let Cole Deaver move up about at least 3 more spots here. You see right there behind the 27 of RJ Bishop and the pole sitter, Quentin Moore in 26. All in this mix of cars. As right now, Phil Parker leads the race here with as we're now 10 laps from the finish here at Michigan. Back at Michigan Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan, as we're now 1 lap away, as we're now going to get the green flag on the this time by I should say here. As what I was trying to say, we're a lap away from going green here. Phil Parker is the leader of the race here. Dylan Young is second. Third position right now belonging to Jackson Haywood. Levi McIntyre's fourth. Keith Batson is at the fifth position. Then Mike Becker is sixth. Seventh is Seth Cole. Eighth right now is Zach Rogers. Ninth position is Zach Winkle. We haven't talked about him at all today. Great day for him. Dylan Potte's in 10th position. 11th is Zachary Fitzwater. Johnny Gardner 12th. 13th is Jesse Turner. 14th is Joshua Osborne. And 15th right now is Ryan George, as the green flag is about to fly here. Average speed so far, 123.244 miles per hour. 3 cars out of the race. That, of course, being the 455 and 47 cars, the cars we saw crash earlier in this race. As the green flag flies once again, we're backing away with now 7 laps remaining here at Michigan. Three wide already. Seth Cole looks slow on Mike Becker and Keith Batson. And here comes number 2. That is Dylan Young. Dylan Young to the low side. McIntyre right there behind him. Levi McIntyre, that is. And Mike Becker in 43 is at the 4th position right now as they come out the 4th corner here. McIntyre makes it 3 wide. Levi has won here before at Michigan too. He like to get another one, and not only another win, but his first of the season. And oh no, they're 4 wide into number 1 again. Don't do it, guys. Whew. And Keith Batson had to take evasive action here on his teammate Jackson Haywood. And meantime, McIntyre and Dylan Young going for the lead. And also throw Zach Rogers in there too in the 33 car. He's trying for his second victory of the season. Dylan Pote trying for his first. In the 22 car, he's gotten by the other Dylan Young. And now Pote looks like he wants to go for the lead. And that was close there. Zach Rogers led the last time by 3 wide, about 7 rows deep. This is exactly what we saw at California here, guys. And now Johnny Gardner, where did he come from? He must have been the second place. He must have been the second place now. Fitzwater up the 3rd. Rogers down the 4th. Here comes Jesse Turner looking for 5th position on Mike Becker. Now they're 3 wide. Hendrick cars 3 rows deep here. Osborne, Parker, and McIntyre. And here comes that number 9, Jessica Shelton to the low side. Charles Sanders down there. He's getting into it. So is Ryan George in the 4th where he's getting into it. Four laps to go now. And now you got a pair of green and white Buicks up front here. Johnny Gardner out front. Second position is 33. That is Zach Rogers. And here comes Fitzwater for 3rd spot. And here comes Osborne like a bat out of you-know-where. And he goes up he now moves his weight past Pote. Turner tries to get by Rogers now. Here comes to the inside of Fitzwater in 29 for 2nd place. 3 laps to go. Shelton peaks slow on Becker. Becker says, no way, that's my spot. And he pushes Osborne up the track. Mike Becker looking for his first victory of the season. Shelton looking for her second. And Osborne also looking for his second. But all this battling has let Johnny Gardner pull away at the moment, though. As they're coming down for 2 to go this time by. And here comes Mike Becker. He's closing. Shelton to the low side. 2 laps to go. Johnny Gardner looking for that first victory of the season. Shelton looking for her second. Gardner started his race back in about, I think it was about 7th or started back in about maybe, I think it was 4th position in this race here. Shelton started 3rd. Osborne now trying to give her a little bit of help here It'll be the white flag, this time by Johnny Gardner. Car number 11, the Mountain Dew Buick, out in front. Can Johnny Gardner hold them all off? Shelton is closing. Here comes Osborne to the low side, number 25. Shelton keeping second position for the moment here. Mike Becker trying to draft off of her. Does she have anything for Johnny Gardner in that last lap of the race here? Gardner keeping it smooth in that number 11 car. Through the third and fourth turns they come. Battle for second place between Becker and Shelton. That's gonna be all she wrote right there. Off that fourth turn they come. And the Miller Lite 400 belongs to car number 11. Johnny Gardner wins the Miller Lite 400 at Michigan. Johnny Gardner in the number 11 Mountain Dew Buick takes the victory here today, his first of the season. And boy, what a battle that was. Those last 4 or 5 laps of this race, just tremendous racing. Like I said, just about what we saw at California Speedway. I tell you, this package here is not disappointing anyone on the 2-mile tracks for sure. Average speed 129, 698. The average speed in this race here. Johnny Gardner wins. Mike Becker second. Jessica Shelton third. Fourth will go to Joshua Osborne. She edged out Osborne by 7 thousandths for that third spot. Ryan George was fifth. A great day for him. His first, I think, top 5 of the season for the Ryan George's bunch. Anyway, Dylan Young was 6th. Paul Minnick 7th. 8th was Phil Barker. Matt McIntyre, we haven't talked about him at all today. He ends up finishing 9th. And Jackson Haywood comes home 10th. Dylan Poteet 11th. Keith Batson 12th. Levi McIntyre 13th. Zach Winkle, Kev Shearer, Zach Rogers, Jesse Turner, Kyle Matthews. Kyle Matthews was 18th. Then Matt Haas. And Charles Sanford was the 20th position finisher in this event here today. Then goes Kyle Langland, Nathan Orman, Kat Madsen, Seth Cole, Quentin Moore, Jay Jefferson, Zachary Fitzwater, Ryan Brommer, Daniel Bouchard, Emmanuel Hartnett was the top 30. Then Rob Evans, Wes McCoy, Austin Colano, Mitchell Collins, R.J. Bishop, Gene Sanford, Alex Miller was the last car to finish on the lead lap. Cole Deaver was 38th, last car to finish in the race today. Cars out of the race were William Brock, Henry Sanford, and Nathan Hudson in that crash that we saw earlier, and the bad crash we saw earlier here, I should say, too. 2 caution flags to slow this race down to just under 130 miles per hour. But that will do it here today at Michigan Speedway. Johnny Gardner, the big winner here today in the Miller Lite 400. And, of course, the appropriate Gardner should win the race called the Miller Lite 400 because Brad Keselowski is his favorite driver. So, I guess that's puts all the more... so, put a little bit emphasis on this whole deal, too. I don't know. But anyway, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel on YouTube, and also like the page on Facebook as well. And we got everything in this channel. We got in-our races, we got gaming videos, and we got in-our online videos as well, whatever the president of the NNSCRA desires for this channel. And be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series on this channel as well. I guarantee he's got a whole lot more better races too. And of course, for other NNSCRA series, and be sure to check out some other channels that on YouTube that carry NNSCRA online offline series as well too. Some of this offline stuff is under this channel's umbrella, and you will not regret checking them out neither. So that will do it here today at Michigan Speedway. For now, this is James Qualson. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best. We will see you at Daytona for the Pepsi 400.